My name is Sidney Finkelstein, a professor at the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth College, and someone who's been studying CEOs and the things they do right and the things they do wrong for decades. And this year, I am putting together my list of the best CEOs of 2013. Number one on the list is none other than Jeff Bezos from Amazon. What kind of company is Amazon? Maybe it's a little bit of a UPS, maybe it's a New York Public Library, maybe it's a giant warehouse. It's kind of all those things together, and yet he's made it into one of the sexiest, coolest companies on the globe. It's kind of amazing, and so he's created this great brand, and he offers just about everything now at a really, really low price. Walmart can offer the low price, but they definitely can offer that amazing brand. And how has he done that? A lot of different ways, but it really starts with this incredible focus on customers. Everybody talks about customers, but when it comes to Amazon, they are just totally driven to do everything they can for customers. That includes, of course, famously low prices that drive competitors out of business, the free shipping, using various algorithms to recommend all sorts of things, always focusing on what customers want. Pretty impressive. Steve Bezos has put together one of the greatest innovative companies of modern era. Of course, they start with books and now they sell everything, but they also have Kindle, they have Amazon Prime, they have streaming, they've created cloud businesses, they've created kind of the plumbing behind e-commerce for so many other companies. And along the way, in each of these instances, the company's been characterized by experimentation, almost playfulness, which is a really unusual thing to hear about a CEO. But Jeff Bezos has really brought that to bear. At the same time, he has a killer instinct because he goes after industries that are really weak, that are ripe for disruption. Certainly, books and publishing are at the top of that list. But there's a gigantic opportunity in apparel and in other industries where companies and CEOs are just not moving forward in the way that an entire new generation wants to shop. And we saw what happened last year with Best Buy and how they almost were driven out of business by Amazon. And I think the apparel industry is next in his sights. So Jeff Bezos is really a super competitor and an innovative energizer for an entire company. If you look at the history of Amazon, there were a few things he did that made a gigantic difference. Obviously, starting the company and building the concept out in the first place has to be near the top of the list. But if you remember back to the internet bubble in around 2001, company after company was going out of business. Amazon's revenues took a giant hit, their stock took a giant hit, but they kept on going. The reason they kept on going is because Amazon had raised billions of dollars in debt. And so they had this cash reserve that allowed them to make their way through when company after company was falling by the wayside. More recently, we could say that no sales tax has been a pretty big plus for them, and that's controversial and that's going out the window. But what an advantage to take advantage really of a weakness in the market, if you will, of a market imperfection, so that he can have lower prices. Amazon could have lower prices than just about anything else. And now, of course, the recent story about the crazy drones on 60 Minutes, and that wasn't about drones, that was about free PR, and 60 Minutes was the perfect foil for that. That came out on a Sunday, the day before Cyber Monday, the busiest day of the year when it comes to online shopping, and he figured it out and he made it happen. Jeff Bezos, the #1 CEO of the year.